Welcome to the Wax Toaster podcast, my friend.
How goes it?
Can you hear me well? Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear.
Cool.
You look great.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
So for those that don't, please like, subscribe to the fucking YouTube, share on social media, give us money on Patreon. It helps. Thank you.
Donate to these boys.
There you go. So from anybody that's been watching your Instagram story over the last 4 months, you've been having a great winter.
Absolutely.
So do you want to describe how you got into snowboarding and how your winter's been going and whether or not that has any benefits on your skating?
Yeah. I don't really know how I got into snowboarding. It's like, why not? You know, it's nothing else to do in the winter. I'm literally getting dumped on snow right now. So even in late April, you know, you can still go out and snowboard. But yeah, I've got up to almost 50 days this season. It's been so sick. Last year I only did maybe 10 at the most. So yeah, this year just really hit it hard. I've been laid off since I got laid off in July.
Okay.
So just been on unemployment the whole time, you know, as I told you a couple months ago. So just chilling, man. Have the weekdays off. So it's nice to, you know, avoid the crowds on the weekends and hit the weekdays. But yeah, it's I'd say it's definitely helps with skating, you know, keeps my legs moving during the winter. Can't really skate that much during the winter here. You know, in Denver, we don't really have a indoor park anymore where they closed that one about 2 or 3 years ago. So kind of stuck inside, you know, there's not much to do inside. So
do you live in Denver, in the city?
Yeah. So I'm just right around the corner from your brother. He's still in my old apartment, as you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with met some random girls off Facebook. Once I left, I was in the BLC house, which is right in Denver as well. So yeah, I'm just maybe a mile from the city, just on the north side.
So after the BLC house, that's where you moved in with those ladies, and that's where you've been.
Yeah, we did like a 20-month lease was our original lease with those boys, you know.
Yeah.
And it was good, but it was time to move on, find something new. So, and the new house is only 8 blocks away, so it wasn't, a negative thing to leave that house. It was just, get out of there, find something new.
Is that where you are right now? In this spot?
Same house. Yep. Yeah, I found it was originally 2 girls, and they were looking for 2 new roommates. And it's kind of been a revolving door since then. It's, it's kind of how the house is, but it's cool. Everyone kind of lives that same lifestyle of, just meeting random people, and yeah, it works out. It's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long have you been in Colorado now?
So as of March, it just hit 6 years.
Damn.
Yeah, freaking flying by.
And you're originally from Austin?
Houston.
H-Town,
baby.
And that was right after
Homes.
Useless tour, right? That you did that. So 6 years. So like 2015, you right after that, you were one of the first people that moved out there, right?
Yeah. So Zach Babel beat me a little bit. He was out like 6 months or so. Remember, because when we ended the Useless tour here in Denver, he ended up just staying. But I did live in Austin for maybe a year and a half. And that was before Useless tour. And I was back in Houston. And then, so then was it Powwow 2015 when I busted my head open?
Ooh.
Ended up going back to Houston and then back to Austin. I did South by Southwest for that whole week. I had staples in my head the whole time. Went back to Houston and then moved to Denver the next week and still had the staples in my head the whole time. I ended up getting them removed here like a month after Powwow. It was pretty funny.
You got caught up trying to gap to that rail at Powwow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not smart. I think Kevin ended up doing it though while I was in the emergency room. I think he back royaled it, which is insane. The gap was like 10-15 feet probably.
I remember the clip when he does it too. It looks like it's hella crazy, like the way he jumps. It's like, and I think so far away.
My leg broke the rail too, so I still can't believe that he did it.
Oh my god,
insane. Yeah, it was another fun accident.
So you're from Houston originally. How'd you get into skating, like rollerblading in general? In the beginning,
when I was getting my haircut today, the lady asked me the same exact question. But just the skating rink pretty much. I just like to, as a kid, we would go to the skating rink. But but it just wasn't enough for me. I didn't really want to just skate in circles. And there was a Humble Skate Park, which, became me, Zach Pavel, a bunch of the homies, second home for our whole childhood pretty much. So yeah, once we found out about Humble Skate Park, we literally just went every single day that we could. And
how'd you get tied up with Zach and those guys?
So we're actually just from the small little community, and then the little neighborhood, and we actually all met through Humble Skate Park. And then fortunate enough, they threw a summer camp for us. And small world, Fallon Heffernan's brother lives maybe 5 minutes from my parents' house. So because I think it might have been through Sunshine Distribution, how they got it all worked out. But and Victor, her brother, would actually come to the skate park too. But Fallon was actually our skate instructor for like my first 2 or 3 skate camps. So that was amazing, like the best female rollerblader in the world at the time. So that's how I got hooked on Solomon's at first as well. We just had some, I don't even remember the name of the skates, but you could buy them at, the sports store out here or back in Texas. And then she got me on some ST90s, I think it was.
That you could get at like your local sports store?
No. I just had some shitty skates that I got from the sports store. And then after seeing, she rode for Solomon at the time, she's like, yeah, you should totally get these. And I bought some ST90s.
That was
I think it was ST90 Pro. Is that what they are? I think. Yeah, it was the first aggressive skates I had.
So what year are we talking here?
Oh, I don't even know. Probably 2000, 2001. Maybe 2002, because I'd be like 8 or 9 at this point.
So you guys just met at Humble Skate Park and you were in rec skates, and then that summer it was just kind of the next thing. I had camp and you were.
I could be wrong on the dates. I'm terrible with my history. But yeah, sometime early 2000s. Yeah, just had some and they were actually aggressive skates. I can't remember the name of the brand that they were, but yeah, they actually had an H block.
Are you the same age as us? You were born in 93?
93, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
When did y'all start skating? Early 2000s, right? I don't even remember.
2005.
I was like 9, I want to say, when I was actively going to the skate park, probably 9 or 10.
Yeah, because I started when I was like 11.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, they had roller hockey in my local town.
Nice.
So it's like we always had that. And roller rink Friday nights.
Yeah, I don't know why. I did a lot of sports, but I never did hockey. Never got even with rollerblading. I started skating so early, but just never really cared for hockey.
There's definitely like a switch like between like skating on the street and then ice hockey. It's like they're very similar, but also it's like the utility is totally different.
Right. Well, and same thing was ice skating too. I didn't really have that option in Houston. Maybe indoors, an indoor rink, and that's kind of why, with the whole, when Hunter went on with Cirque du Soleil, I actually had that opportunity as well through Kevin, but I had no ice skating experience at all, and that kind of sucked. I wish kind of grew up doing it, but.
Did you try out for it?
I didn't. No, I totally dropped the ball. Like Hunter was going to the ice skating rink by himself, filming himself, or having somebody, just film him do random tricks. That's really all he had to do to get on was, can you ice skate? Like, can you, and look like a aggressive skater too, which he has, obviously, that style. But yeah,
it's definitely
what was your last question? I'm sorry.
Joey?
Oh, you said you grew up playing a bunch of sports. What did you grow up playing? And like, how long did you, was anything like that stuck?
Soccer kind of stuck. Definitely played soccer for a good 5 to 8 years, maybe. And I actually play now on a rec league with Will and TK.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we play every Wednesday now with this adult league, so that's pretty fun.
That's
played a lot of soccer, did a lot of baseball, no football, didn't ever get into that. I did some weird sports like diving.
Oh, cool.
I did diving for a little bit.
That makes sense.
I was like a competitive cheerleader after gymnastics, because like I like gymnastics, but I didn't like all the different obstacles that you had to do. I just like to tumble mainly. So yeah, like 15, 16, I was doing like competitive cheerleading. That was pretty cool. It was fun.
In your high school?
No, so it was just like totally through competition league. Like I actually performed on the old Dallas Cowboys field before they tore that down. That was pretty cool.
That's
just
crazy.
these huge competitions, like where it was, I wasn't doing like actual cheerleading. I was just tumbling around all these girls basically. So yeah, it was
It was like a pretty good time.
it was fine. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I'm just skating kind of took over from the beginning. I made time for all these other sports, but skating was the number one.
You knew from an early age that that's what you wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And once we really started getting into it, and luckily, with the Humboldt Skate Park, they were throwing competitions for us, these skate camps, like they were really engaging with us and keeping us going, and then obviously Hoedown was in Dallas, Texas. So that was the best weekend that all of us look forward to every year until I was probably 15, I was like Hoedown. I can't not wait for October. So yeah, that was our big competition to look forward to before traveling out of state and country. It was always Hoedown.
So they had the contests at Humble before you went to Hoedown. It was like you were already going to those contests.
Yeah, and it was just our little local crew, and it would surprisingly enough, we had probably 10 to 15 bladers just within our little maybe 10-mile radius. But it's weird because if you go 10 miles in any direction from there was, or maybe even 20, 30 miles from there was not one single rollerblader. So it's just crazy how like 10 or 15 of us just came out of this little section of Houston.
Dude, we've been talking to people now for a minute, and it's like everyone we talk to, it's like, yeah, I lived in this tiny pocket with like a ton of bladers, and then everything else around that had nothing.
Yeah, it's crazy. And obviously Houston, it's huge and it's very spread out, so there was a bunch of different pockets like that. But it's just crazy to me. Like I had 4 rollerbladers in my high school in the one school district, and there wasn't anyone else in any other school, or in the school district next. There was not one rollerblader that we knew of, at least. It was crazy how that works.
Yeah, we had like 9 or something, and like I couldn't tell you anybody else that was like relatively close.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy how that works, huh? Such a small world. Cheers, boys.
Oh, I'll
I had to get my favorite beer for the podcast.
What you got there?
Shout out Eddie Line. It's the Crank Anchor. I'm sure you boys have had one when you come out here.
The Crank.
I don't know.
Jimmy and Zach love them.
I haven't been out there in a while.
You haven't? Did you see Joey? What was that, a month ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah, about a month and change ago.
Yeah.
Did you guys snowboard too while you were there, Joe? Did you guys both go? Oh, sick.
Yeah, I met up. I took them. We got kind of lost on this shitty run with his parents, and they were not happy about it.
My mom's not a super confident skier, so like when things get a little bit hairy, she like bugs out.
And it was shitty moguls too. It was so bad.
Yeah, really bad visibility as well, and that kind of freaked her out. But then the next time we go, fucking my dad gets smacked in the face by like a branch when we were like riding in the trees. Nose got all, he like caught the bridge, all bleeding.
We lost his dad for like a solid 5-10 minutes, and I was like, damn it, we went through this like shitty tree section. This is all my fault. And we finally hear like they were responding to us, and here he comes, and he's just dripping blood from his face.
Dude, your dad's like one of the gnarliest guys ever.
And he
like,
didn't,
one of the gnarliest
didn't even phase him. He's
have.
like, no, I'm fine. Let's go. Like, I'm fine. Let's go.
It's probably how he was after the crocodile hand thing. He's like, I'm fine. Let's go. Let's leave.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened during that one, but I assume it's somewhere along those lines. But yeah, it's definitely his fault. He wasn't wearing goggles in the trees. Like, that's on him. Like,
you gotta use goggles.
Get your eye hole poked out.
That's one of the biggest fears.
Right.
They just the trees in general are. I definitely got smoked quite a few times this year.
Really?
Oh yeah. 50 days, it's bound to happen. And this is, the first season I really started hitting hard and like trying park stuff, and just really getting froggy in the trees. And I had pretty good luck for most of the season, but definitely took some spills. I think I almost tore my ACL at one point. It definitely popped my knee. And all I can ever remember is the story of you telling me you popping yours years and years ago. and never forget it.
Yeah, that was like right after you moved to Denver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were still coming out. You were working out here each summer, right? For a little bit.
Yeah. I was interning at that point, out in Breckenridge.
That's right.
But yeah, that was just a fluke too, man.
Same, yeah. That's how my fall was. A little backside 180, just landed wrong, heard the pop, and I was out for like an hour before I could actually ski back down the hill.
Did you land on did you flat bottom?
It was literally a 1 foot jump. Like I had done it 100 times all day. It was right after you get off the lift, strap in, first thing, boom, just this little 180, and I just landed wrong. And I'm not very good at like switch toe side. I could do switch heel side, but switch toe side on the board is just my whole unnatural spinning, even, with skating to the right. So yeah, I definitely blew it on the smallest obstacle possible.
Just like tweaked it a little bit when you landed?
Yeah, I just landed wrong. And, you're attached to the snowboard. It's a lot different than skates. Your feet can't go whichever way you want, so you have to learn how to fall completely different ways, which I think is interesting, and it keeps the sport interesting to me, it's like always learning basically.
Have you tried skiing?
I haven't. I really want to though. I feel like I'd be a pretty decent skier, obviously with skating for so long. Joey was ripping it the first day that we met up, and he made it look so much fun.
I want to try it now.
And it's funny too, because almost every rollerblader here that I know that rides snowboards. Maybe 2 or 3 of them ski. But for the most part, all the rollerbladers snowboard. I don't know why that is.
We've been asking the same question.
Isn't Sean Keane like super good at snowboarding? I never would have thought that, and he's always posting the sickest clips.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of the people that I know that do rollerblade, I don't see a lot of them skiing, or like any really.
Right. You figure everyone would be pretty dope on skis.
Yeah, Joe, you should.
I don't know. I've never tried.
I'm trash on skis, honestly.
No, you were flying, didn't you? You didn't have poles either. That's so sick. The homie Zach Nelson. I don't know if you know that the guy. He's from Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I know Zach.
He lives out. He's been out in Denver for the last few years, but he shreds on the skis, and he doesn't ride poles either. He just beelines it down the hill, 60 miles an hour each time. It's so funny. He loves it.
Yeah, I'm a super grom on the skis, man. I just feel that way.
Do you use
Is it a lot? A lot more different than snowboarding?
Poles.
No poles.
Have you ever used poles?
Yeah, I learned to ski with poles, but I don't know, man. I just bent them in the trees one time, and I just never used them again. Really, fuck this thing. I don't know.
Do you even really need them? I mean,
right? I don't. I mean, I like most people. I
feel like it would distract me.
They're useful for like steeper stuff, and then they're useful for like when you're like skating. But like, I don't know, I skate all the time. It's not a big
well, yeah, right. When you're on the damn cat tracks, that's like, the worst part of snowboarding. Like,
yeah, that is the worst part of snowboarding.
Absolutely.
Where'd you get the art? Who made that?
I'm actually at a homie's house right now.
Oh, okay.
I have a very outdated MacBook, so I figured and it's more quiet over here. But yeah, actually, one of their friends, I think he just makes them. Honestly,
nice.
I don't think he took a photo or anything, but just paintings basically on canvas.
Your frames so perfectly between them.
I know, right? Yeah, I didn't even set it up either. Set it up for me. He's like, "Here you go. Here's your. How's this work for you?" I'm like, "Perfect, thank you."
Nice.
Looking good.
Yeah, you definitely like better than us, like more prepared.
I don't.
Both of us are in the doghouse.
In your corner.
Yeah.
It's the most plain looking thing that I could figure out in this room.
Well, it's good to talk to you, boys. It's been a minute.
Man.
Yeah. So you've been skating the new ground controls, correct?
Yes. I have the new GCs as well as the new Derek Henderson's Razors.
Oh, nice.
Loving both of them. The setup together too looks so sick. I think I showed you the other day, Joe.
Yeah, they look great.
It's one of my favorite setups I've ever had.
You're skating flat with that new one?
Yeah, so with the frames, they max out at 60 millimeter. So unfortunately, I can't ride my red eye wheel, which is fine. I don't have to ride it at all times, but it's actually taken some getting used to downsizing, which I didn't think I would have a problem with, but
Interesting.
you know, I was riding 64 on the Megas for probably the last 5 years, 62 to 64 flat. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then, I love it. I just love to go fast. And I like how tall the Megas are. I don't know. I guess I got used to it. I'm not one to like really pay attention to stuff like that. I guess as I get older, I've started to pay more attention to it. But now that I'm downsizing, you know, to these 60 millimeter frame or 60 millimeter wheels, and the frames are a little bit lower than the Megas, it's definitely it's a learning curve that I didn't think I would deal with. But
like the 62s and the 64s, did that ever like mess you up in the 270 backside to sweaty? Was that ever like harder?
I can't do it on a rail. Like I would be scared to try it on like a down rail or like a handicap or something, but on coping, like, no, I've really never had a problem sticking. You know, I love that trick too. I love to slide it as well. So you would think that the wheels stick, but it really, you know, riding flat in general, especially with bigger flat wheels, it forces you to really get into the grind, you know, and really learn how to skate properly and do the trick properly. So that's what I appreciate about it, at least.
Yeah, the snap from the backside to the, like when it switches to the fish, it feels way better when you're skating flat. It doesn't just slide in like anti-rocker.
Right. Which, don't get me wrong, I do miss anti-rocker. And I'm almost to the point now where I've like kind of gotten a little scared trying hard tricks on down rails, because I have stuck before on like even just a topsoul. I've stuck on, you know, the channel 1 and front flip down a 10 stair, like just getting used to riding flat, you know. So it's definitely I lost some motivation on skating down rails at least. But yeah, I've been thinking maybe just make like an anti-rocker setup. So I have, you know, quite a few pairs of skates lying around, might as well.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too, like having like different tools for different spots.
And I don't care what it looks like on film, you know, like if someone notices the difference. I'm not trying to make a section just flat wheels, you know, like I've done that for the last 5 years. I don't care about stuff like that, you know. I'm to the point where I would rather have fun on the spot and like feel comfortable, you know. Obviously anti-rocker is slightly easier on rails and such. So
of course, and especially when you come to super fat bars or whatever.
Exactly. Like, I'm not skating fat poles on 64 millimeters, you know, like my knees don't bend that well anymore. So
it's just so there's something to like when you switch over from one to the other. Like there's something where I definitely do the tricks differently. Like when you're skating anti-rocker versus flat,
I can see that.
When you're skating both too, it's like it's not the same. If you back rail one and one setup in the other, you're gonna do it like absolutely. A little differently.
Absolutely. I guess the one thing I don't like about going back to anti-rocker is losing those 4 wheels, those extra 4 wheels, you know. I love going fast, skate fast as you can, you know. So obviously can't do that riding anti-rocker on some spots, but you don't always need to skate fast, you know.
And that feeling like of the scrape below you, like when you go over stuff, if it's like uneven or something, I hate that feeling. So gross. I haven't felt it in so long.
Because you guys both ride flat, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
It's like hard to go back. I don't think I've skated anti-rocker. I think I tried this whole setup thing once, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I didn't even really care for it. So it's funny I bring it up now because I still probably won't even make an anti-rocker setup. Just keep skating flat. Now I'm on 60 millimeter wheels. That's not nearly as big of a wheel, you know.
Did you skate that ground control frame that had the removable middle thing where it was like it could be freestyle, anti-rocker, flat?
Yeah. I don't remember the name of it. It wasn't. Was it the Formula? Yeah, the Formula One.
The Formula One. Yeah. Fucking Parker still skates those sometimes.
Really? That's so funny.
Is the new frame like that?
So the H block itself is replaceable.
Oh.
So there's 2 big bolts on the inside of the frame. So when you take it off, there's 2 extra bolts now on the top. And I think you can interchange, because I saw they had red, I believe. Red and red, white, black, and another color for the inserts, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, hell, if the frame is still in good condition, your H block is messed up, just buy a new H block, you know.
That's like kind of weird. Like, I don't know.
It's all just like color technology at this point, you know. I didn't say that.
Tech, baby.
Let's get your mod.
We'll edit that part out.
We were talking to Lewis from Atlanta, and he's sponsored by Tracy White. They're making grind blocks. I just like posted a picture the other
Cool.
day.
Like old school Tracy White?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Who's the did he have anything to do with Bitter Cold, right?
Did he?
Or what he was I think that's maybe just where I met him.
Maybe.
Who's the other guy that's around his age that had something to do with Bitter Cold? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure. There's been a bunch of different guys that like have had parts to do with it.
And that thing, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. Yeah, I can't think of the name. Anyway, I ran into one of them. It was a funny story. Like 4 years ago, I was going to a powwow, I believe. And I ended up in Orlando first, though. And our buddy Cole Stevenson, I don't know if you remember that guy from Humble, Texas. But anyway, his family was at Disney. And I had like 10 hours to kill. So I just ended up meeting them at Disney at their hotel just to drink for like 10 hours with them. But anyway, this guy is sitting at the bar. I still can't remember his name. It's either Tracy White or the other guy I'm thinking of. But I had a Razors jacket on. He just came over and was like, "Are you a rollerblader?" Anyway, it was just a funny story. I just ran into that guy at Disney World. It was like Animal Kingdom or one of the parks. It was at a bar. Anyway, yeah, small world.
Do you remember you remember what year your first hoedown was?
I would say probably at least like 07 or 08.
Do you
That
remember
would
who
put
won?
me at like 7th or 8th grade. And we were definitely like middle school to early high school was when we started, traveling, and our parents were taking us to the contest. Probably 07, yeah, I'd say.
Do you remember who won?
I really don't.
Give you trivia.
I know
on
it
your
was
own
like
life.
CJ Wellsmore. That was one of the earlier ones that I went to.
Oh, that's
when
probably pretty
somebody was
sick
there.
to see.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that was one of the later ones. I don't know. I went to so many of them. I think 10 or 11. So they all
Jack,
kind of.
were you ever a Woodward kid?
So we went for 2 seasons, 2 summers.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was my first summer was the year that I don't know if you remember. Coop ended up busting his knee.
Yeah.
So there was actually me, Isaac Parks, Zach Pavel, and Cole Stevenson all went for a week that year. And then I think the next
So I
season,
picked up Coop from the airport after that whole thing. And
where
then
was because he was flying back to
he was
your area,
flying
right?
out of like my area.
Right.
Yeah. So it it was a whole.
Because he was there for what, a couple of weeks or something like that.
Yeah, he was
And
there
ended
like
up-
before Woodward, and then like fucked up his knee at Woodward, and then like.
That's right, because he went out to hang out. Didn't he stay with you beforehand, I believe?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember all that. Yeah, so we missed him there. But that was my first year. We all went. And then I think me and Zach went back the next year. He did 2 weeks, and I just stayed for a week. But great times. That was amazing to be able to do that as a kid, especially when it was still kind of big, like I guess it was only down to maybe 1 cabin.
Yeah.
Which is sad. Maybe 2 cabins, but which is sad compared to the old school days when they'd, fill up 9 or 10 cabins. That must have been amazing,
The first year I went, I think it was 3 cabins, and that was fucking wild.
Yeah, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, it was insane. But then every year after that, it was only 1.
And I haven't got to do what year is it yet. I'm hoping to maybe try to make it out there this year because that's, just reliving childhood memories. Like Woodward is heaven on earth for me, for any rollerblader, essentially.
Have you ever been to West?
Yeah, I actually went to a couple AIL competitions out there early, I don't know, early teens, early 2013, 14. I don't even remember. No, probably earlier than that, maybe 09, 2010.
How'd you do?
I actually didn't do that bad. I loved competing in those. I've always been a competition skater, Luckily with Humble Skate Park, they throw in those competitions. I learned at an early age, to just have fun and skate. Like, don't worry about who's watching, just skate. And I grew up with 4 brothers, so very competitive nature in general. But yeah, did pretty good. I don't remember if I placed it. I didn't place top 3 in anything, but I was happy with how I skated and just getting to meet the pros at West. It was super cool as being a kid.
When did you get picked up by Razors, or like when did they start giving you skates?
I'd say about. I was just looking this up recently too because we like released it through Instagram. It was just a couple clips. I was looking for the clips. I want to say maybe 2014, 2012 to 2014, somewhere in that range. And I had, I've always skated Razors my whole life and kind of kept in touch with Jeff Akers, once I met him and, knew who he was. Always kind of kept in touch. So he's helped me out a lot and he's always kind of kept an eye out for me.
Was that edit where you grind the rail off the roof? It's an older one. It might have been like 2013, 2014. Was that a Razors edit?
No. So that was just an edit we did with Fugi. Actually,
okay.
That was my come down section when he made the come down video.
Okay.
Like one of the original ones. Yeah. Because we just watched it like yesterday. I think.
3-sole.
3-sole off the roof, right?
No, the 3-sole like to the down ledge.
The ledge, yeah. That was in New Braunfels, Texas.
Fucking New
Braunfels, yeah, right on the river. Mm-hmm.
Where my best friend's parents just moved there.
Sick. It's a cool little town. It's just a river town, all their income revolves around the river and floating it and beer service, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I actually looked at that as a kid because my parents, that was, it's only a 2-hour drive from my parents' house and they love floating the river. So that was actually a pretty big goal for me to actually just skate that ledge. But to do the hard sole was like, it took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours probably. The boys sat there forever waiting and watching me do it. But
that one's worth it, man.
I know, this is definitely one of my favorite clips that I've ever got for sure.
Yeah.
It had a little disaster to it. It's like, the ledge kind of went out and then down. And then on the other side, it was just like a concrete ditch kind of that just slid down. And if you slid far enough, you would fall under the water. So it was definitely challenging. And I still wish too, I don't know if you noticed, but after that clip, there's a down rail that leads into the water. And I'm so mad at myself that I didn't just like topsoil to like bio flip into the river because it took me so long to do the hard sole. I was just so juiced. It was like it would have been
just
a good
throwing the old standing man into the water.
Oh yeah, dude, grind the rail into the water. That's how juiced I was. I didn't even think about it though.
So how did you get linked up with everyone in Useless?
That's funny. I heard you talking about, I guess it was in Hunter's podcast. You're kind of talking about that. Hunter got all mad at me. Anyway,
he got mad,
dude.
What did he get mad at you for?
Yeah,
I'll have to go rewatch his podcast. It's funny. He was talking mad shit about me. He was like, or saying that I didn't want him to go because there wasn't enough room or something. Anyways, he was. I had talked to. I don't know how I got in contact with Dustin Spengler, but I guess he had contacted me and he said, "Hey, I'm trying to do like this big road trip," and he knew that I like to travel, And it basically started out as me, him. I think Cody Porsche was maybe along for the beginning. I'm not quite sure, as you know how that all played out. But we were supposed to be just in a little bitty car, like Dustin's little 5-seater car, and there wasn't much of a plan, But then A-Town Stomp was coming up. And I knew I had already told Hunter about it and that he was, interested. And then I think it was already, no, because you guys didn't really know about it either, right? You kind of showed up.
You were one of the first people to like be on it. Or like on the
technically,
like the list
I guess.
yeah, like you were like early and like it was like you, Cody, Dustin.
Yeah, so it was just like a small little trip. Yeah. He was talking about like doing a road trip in his car. And that was obviously I was down for it, but then once I started talking to a couple other people, they settled down as well. And so at the time, Chad and Brad Anthony had their, the Southern Scum band. So I don't know where the idea came from, but I was just like, why not ask him if we could use it? And so I asked Chad, hey, can we borrow the van and load it up with people and go? He's like, yeah, why not? As long as you, pay for gas and obviously oil changes and whatnot, fix her up, return it how I give it to you, I'm like, sure, take it. So that's kind of how that all began. And then we just started recruiting people.
Yeah.
I think it was all Dustin, that was Dustin's trip. I was just once he kind of mentioned it, I was like, yeah, I'm down for the ride. I don't care what's happening. Just let's do it.
He definitely mapped out our course. I mean, at least
Yeah, I
like
mean,
where we were going, roughly.
he put in a lot of work for that, for sure.
I think it was like when we were in Arizona, we were like telling people at some gas station, we're like, we're going to Phoenix. They're like, why? We were like, I don't know, go skating. They're like, that sounds horrible. It's the summer. We were like, oh, okay, maybe
The
we
whole
won't go
trip
there.
was the summer. It was so brutal. Definitely, still to this day, though, my favorite trip that I've ever had the pleasure of going on.
Yeah, in that moment, I'd never. It's kind of strange. You don't think that you're never gonna do something like that again. I mean, we all still could, but it's just.
It's much harder now, you know. Like, you're obviously 19, 20. You were the only one of age, basically. You and Dustin and Cody.
And Joey, Joey.
Yeah, like because half of us were under 21 at the time.
Yeah, that was. We were pretty young when we did
So
that.
funny to think about. Which hell was that, 8 years ago now? So yeah, it was what, 2012, 2013?
Was it? Yeah, like 2014? 2014.
Was it?
Yeah, about 7 years ago.
Because I moved here 2015.
Yeah, because it was
Yeah, I guess it was.
like all
Okay.
right after that.
Yeah. That's what you
Jimmy
were
moved
mentioning earlier.
out.
I thought it was longer, but
Yeah, we put out that video of MockTube like the day before you guys left.
gotcha. So
That-
2014.
Yeah, we didn't. A lot of us, other than you guys from Texas, I don't think any of us had ever met each other. And then like Dustin and Cody knew each other,
Well,
and some Joey
I guess
knew
I
Dustin.
did know your brother from Woodward. As you speak of Woodward, I met James at Woodward one of those years. So yeah, I only knew Hunter, which was kind of last minute, and then I think I even barely really knew Dustin at the time.
You knew
and then
Isaac though, right?
Obviously Isaac. Yeah, me and Isaac Parks grew up together, and he was, my
Shout out
person that I invited.
Shout out to Isaac. He's the
Oh, of
shit.
course, shout out Isaac. Love that man.
The
Great
best
dude.
flamingo in the game.
Best what?
Flamingo.
Oh, absolutely. Such a goober.
Stone.
But yeah, he was who I had brought with me. I had talked to Dustin because once we got the van, it was like, okay, we have more room for people. So, and I knew Isaac was down. He's one of my best friends of, since the beginning of time. And then Hunter was obviously, next on the list. Like, let's go. We got room if you're down. And we really didn't have that much planned from the beginning, honestly.
No, I mean, Kevin realized halfway through that we weren't going to skate every day. Yeah. He was like, we don't skate every day. We were like, no, we're just hanging out.
Just trying to survive in a van for 61 days. Shit's hard.
People got dehydrated.
Yeah.
Bad
Your
conditions.
brother got at least sick. The dog got sick. We had it blue. Dustin's dog was there the whole time. Like,
Poor
he was
boy.
panting, and yeah, it was. I mean, hell, we were driving through the desert in the middle of July with no air conditioning.
No way. That's
It was
like
terrible.
honestly.
It was like truly scumbag living, but it was best time of my life for sure. About 30 days in, I was like, I could keep doing this for a while. Even towards the end, I was like, we ended with the Colorado road trip, which for most people is already a pretty fucking rough 5 days. And that was like our 55th to our 61st day was a road trip. But at that point, I was like, oh, fuck it. I could keep going. Yeah, we ended up ending here.
I was so numb to everything by that point. You're just like, yeah, I live in this car.
Literally.
I've always
We've
lived
seen
in
it.
this
We've
car.
seen it all at this point. Like,
Yeah.
there wasn't much that we didn't see on that trip. Great times, though.
Yeah, we had the cops come. We were hanging out on some roofs in the desert.
And we tried to sleep out back. They're like,
Oh, on the
wouldn't
roof,
do
yeah.
we tried to sleep on the roof, and then they called the cops.
There was a lot of guys in that room. It was one
They're like,
room with
no, it
like
was,
10 guys.
They were not happy with it. It was like a little motel too, in Alamogordo. If you ever been there, I don't recommend going. It's like the little town that's next to White Sands, New Mexico, the White Sands National Monument.
Okay.
So that's where we ended up staying. And we tried to sleep on the roof because there was so many people in our hotel, but you could easily get
With the
onto
roof
the roof.
of the motel.
It would have been dope. The stars were sick. There was like no lights. You're in the middle of the desert. It would have been perfect. but the owner of the motel lived in it, and
Oh.
we're climbing all over her fucking roof. You can hear it. So then, like, and I guess there must have been a couple other people that lived there as well, but they were trying to fight us and get us off. And then they eventually called the cops. But me, Taylor, and Joey walked back to the backside, and we're like, fuck it, we'll just sleep on the ground. Like, done this 20 other times on this trip. And sure enough, here comes the cops right around the corner with their flashlights. And they're like, I highly recommend you don't do this. Like, there's coyotes all throughout this area. You will get picked alive tonight if you sleep on this ground. And then also, is that weed? I was like, God damn it. And then I think I had like a beer as well. And I was 20. So they're like, well, you're underage. So it was just like back to back to back. Like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Nothing happened though. They were totally cool. And we get back to the parking lot and they're all shining their flashlights through the useless van, you know, which is absolutely trashed. There's shit everywhere in there. We had to like buy storage bags for the top of the roof. We had to buy a rack for the back just to have, you know, there's 10 of us and a dog.
Dude, we were not pulled over once. The whole 60 something
giant Southern scum sticker on the side of the van. No one fucked with us at all, other than that motel situation, which we
every time we saw a cop, I wanted to say it. I was like, I can't believe we haven't been pulled over. But nobody ever said it out loud. Nobody wanted to jinx it.
And of course, we were drinking and smoking the entire way, like all underage, all just smoking pot. Like, and it was a work van, so the whole left side was like a wall. Couldn't see outside, so we built up like all of our shit on that wall, and then it was the suicide doors style work van, you know. So there was no ventilation at all either. It was so bad. But luckily, I think that's why we never got fucked with, because no one could really see into the car to see how terribly bogged out and all the beer cans all over the floor, you know. Like,
it also said Southern Scum across the side.
Huge, massive stickers.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the whole wall, that's the work van side, it was where the sticker was. It was at one point, I guess we just looked like a band. I'm like, all right, whatever. We're not gonna fuck with these kids.
Yeah, that town in Alamogordo. We went to like some community swimming pool. They were like, "Are you guys going to Coachella?" And we were like, "No, we're not."
We're all on acid too. Every one of us except Isaac, and he's the one who fed it to us. He's like, here you go, here you go, here you go. It's like, oh fuck, I guess I have to supervise today.
Yeah, it was fun. We hung out in the desert. We all got a little wild. We went to the pool. And then we tried to go back out into the desert and do it again. And then some ranger was like, "No, stop it."
Did we?
Yeah. We were like, let's go ride around on the roof again.
Oh yeah.
They were like, yeah, let's go do it again.
Oh man. Yeah, what a trip.
Yeah.
People should do more rollerblading trips like that and film it and make shitty videos, because who cares? I watch the useless video like at least once a year. Or even just like show friends, you know, like, look how cool this was. Like 61 days and I don't know. I just love that we filmed everything, you know, and I really appreciate
no one's done
being able to look back.
No one's done it since then. No one's done a country in a van trip style.
Seriously, yeah. It's like that was one of the last ones, I feel like.
Yeah, nobody does it anymore. Should bring that back. Someone should do that. I already did it once, so I don't have to do it. But like,
exactly, we're done.
Do it.
I haven't. I should probably do it.
You know, and that's my favorite part about with the whole jet lag disciples thing. You know, like, I never took it seriously. I just was always down to travel, you know, and to film it, and I love being a part of that, you know. Like, how'd you get
involved with those guys?
So yeah, it was basically just John and Buck, John Fromm and Ryan Strauss, you know, owner of Red Eye.
Okay.
You know, they're best friends, they're longtime friends, and I just basically ended up seeing them. You know, I traveled just as much as well, so we just, hey, you're at this competition in California, or, hey, I saw you at this competition in California, you know, or hey, I saw you in Europe at winter class, you know. So they knew that I like to travel, and it was basically same idea as Useless Tour, you know, is who can we kind of get together that is just down to go travel wherever in the world and film it, you know, and just try to go skate, but also do touristy stuff, you know. And that's kind of how the group came together was, it didn't have to be the best rollerbladers in the world. Who cares? Like, are you down to go travel to this new country and film it and explore it as well? We didn't skate every day neither, but yeah, that's kind of how it was. Just kind of got started talking about it, like, hey, we should do a skate trip. And then I honestly don't know where Hong Kong came from. I think we ended up voting. So both years we ended up voting on it, but why not Hong Kong? Like, I'm never going to get to go there again, probably. So
maybe that's just what I'm asking for. It's the new style, like, of way, like, groups of people do this. Like, you guys do it. The Cayenne guys kind of do the same thing. Haitian.
We're the B team, or the C team, I should say. No, you
you're just
those two groups. Like,
no, you're just
another group that does that.
The same game. It's
yeah, that's the thing. We didn't want to, we're not trying to compete with these people. Like, it's just, this is who we were able to gather to go and do this, and that's fine. It was fine with me.
Everyone's allowed to do it. Like, you can, nobody's stopping anyone else from being like, hey, let's gather some people and go.
The buddy tour is like a version of that as well.
Which one?
The buddy tour videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're just like
same concept. Like, count me in. I'm down for all of it. And I guess that's kind of how I skate, But yeah, those trips were amazing. Same level as Useless Store.
Hong Kong and Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the jet lag crew.
Yep, jet lag disciples. Yep. Yeah, we it was the same 8 of us went to both of them, and then we kind of had a couple people come on for the first one and not the second one, and vice versa. But yeah, it was great. Is
there any plans for another one?
I'd probably not. Maybe, I guess at that point it's probably gonna be more of like a red eye thing, kind of transition into like that with that team and that group of guys. Because it's John and Buck, kind of the two organizers of it, and it was fun, while we did it. But
is that
kind of a lot, and not everyone was. It's a very like huge difference in skill levels, which is good and bad. For a skate trip, you're trying to get shit done for 10 days. So, you can't, some people can't keep up with the group, whatever. It was fun, but no, I don't think there's going to be another one of those as far as that group of people.
Is that kind of how they got the name Red Eye from, like, the jet lag?
Probably, yeah. They're the ones who created jet lag as well. So it's kind of, I'm just rolling with it. I didn't really have much to say in the names, but I also don't really care.
Are you not? So you were on transit, but you didn't get carried over for the next stage.
No, so obviously, I ride for Red Eye, so that was kind of like even just he didn't even mention it. I think he kind of figured. But yeah, I don't know what's really going on with all that stuff. I support him. I love Kirill's on me. Absolutely love him, but it seems like there's a lot going on with all that stuff. I wish him the best of luck. Hope that balloon works out well for them.
Yeah, and you were already
I've heard a lot of.
You had your pro wheel with Red Eye.
Yeah, that was already kind of the thing, and he's kind of, he's found his Texas bladers. That's cool. But, I don't want to flood the scene. Yeah, exactly.
There's enough.
Let someone else shine,
Boys, but the Mick pickup is my favorite.
Absolutely. Mick Casals is the best. The sickest style, the sickest skating. I hope he gets a wheel too. I would love to see his wheel because it's probably going to be a big one too. He likes to ride flat as well, so definitely get me some Mick wheels.
Speaking of that, I need a pair of yours.
Oh, I forgot to bring them, didn't I?
Yeah, that one day. It's all good. We'll figure it out.
Got some on deck.
Cool. Collection get strong.
I know. I got a pretty strong one right now too.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get as many wheels as I can.
Any honorable mentions in that?
Obviously the brooms. Some of my favorite homie. Mm-hmm. Try to support him.
Which ones do you have? The purple ones or the gray ones?
The first one's gray ones.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I don't really like. I liked his. The second one was cool, but I don't think he really liked the bullet frame either, or the bullet profile either. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so. He doesn't ride flat, right? He skates any rocker most of the time. Or just go back and forth.
I think it's kind of back and forth. I can't remember actually.
Yeah, because the bullet profile is so much nicer for.
'Cause I know he's skated megas before.
Okay, those are pretty nice for the megas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got brooms in the collection, but
Nice.
the gray ones, the pointy ones.
Yeah, I've been kind of slacking recently on keeping up with everything, but working on it.
There's a lot more stuff now, I feel like, than before.
This whole last year's been
It's been expensive.
companies shooting out left and right and products coming out every other day. It's good though. I'm glad. I'm glad the skating's coming back around. I mean, it never really went anywhere, but you know what I'm saying? Getting some good sales nowadays. So
Are you seeing people like around Denver, like just skating around?
yeah. Yeah, it's gotten a lot bigger out here for sure. And especially the quad scene. It's like massive out here. I don't know if you've seen her name's Spicy Ivy, I believe, on Instagram, but she's one of the local quad chicks. She's got like 500,000 followers or something like that. Like she's killing it out here. Yeah.
It's so funny.
People are loving the quad skating.
Is she like a park quad skater or is she like
Yeah, she rips.
Yeah, she rips. Yeah, she's
that's sick because there's a lot of girls that are like have that for just dancing backwards.
right.
Not knocking them either because that dancing backward thing's really fucking hard.
Yeah, no, if you're skating,
pretty
that's
good
cool
at
with
it.
me, but
I jumped up and down. Have you guys tried to dance backwards away from
I
the
haven't.
camera?
Yeah,
on regular skates or on quads?
Either. It's
Yes,
hard.
I haven't tried, but
You gotta
Y'all see that,
you gotta get the swivel going.
And then what? You
And then
swivel
you-
back
and
and
then
then
you-
there you are. You're just standing
You're
there.
pizza.
You're like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm not that cute. It is what it is.
I think it's spliff time, boys.
Let's do it.
Getting there. I might have to take you outside with me.
That's always fun.
Thank
This
you.
podcast always has an evolving environment.
Oh, look, you already got one rolled up. Get
Oh,
me
yeah.
to it.
You used to work in a weed store, right?
Me?
Yeah, or something with weed.
No. So actually, I was in the. I've been in the CBD industry for the last 4 years, minus the last year I've been on unemployment.
Hmm.
Yeah, so a little different than the weed side. I actually worked. It was like kind of a big corporate company.
You worked for Charlotte's Web, correct?
Yeah. So the first one was Charlotte's Web. I worked for them for about a month and a half, or I'm sorry, a year and a half, and then Elixinol was the second one. So they basically just make CBD tinctures. So just it's medicine more so than actually being able to go buy pot.
Kind of nice that all the CBD stuff, it really does help.
It does,
knees
yeah,
sometimes
absolutely.
For sure.
Very
It's so
beneficial.
man.
Yeah, especially the body creams. I really like the CBD lotions
Yeah, like the topical
after a
stuff.
skate session. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't do really well with like taking in oils, like they're like repeat on me and shit.
Yeah.
But the topical stuff is so sick.
Right, because it just goes right in through your skin.
Yeah, exactly.
So how did Red Eye, like, how'd you get on Red Eye? Did you have a wheel before that, or you're just
No,
free
so
agent, right?
I guess that obviously that was developed kind of after our first jet lag trip. So I was kind of already good friends with Buck and John Fromm, at the time. So once that kind of developed, they from the beginning he kind of hit me up and he's like, I definitely want you on the team.
Real quick,
and then
does John have any ownership of the company?
I think they do have, I think they co-own it together.
Oh no shit.
I don't know specifics, but
Okay.
I do know that he's like financially helped at some point. So I'm
Okay.
sure that he's getting, money in return. So I don't know much about it, but
Buck's company.
I want to don't quote me on it, but I want to say that they probably co-own it because
Okay.
John does do a lot of work for us and
Okay.
And
some
it
reason-
helps out a lot, you know, like he shipped out most of our wheels to us, like, because sometimes they'll, I guess, I don't know, I'm not sure why the wheels would have been in California, because last time I went out there last
cheaper to
year
come
and
from
I had to
China.
help with a bunch of the wheel
Probably cheaper
orders.
from China to
Huh?
go to John. It might be cheaper from China to go directly to John.
That makes sense. Yeah. I think he got like a couple of the first shipments and then the rest went to Miami, which is where Buck is.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I like
yeah.
to know who runs the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if normal people care, but I care.
Who runs the what? The designs?
Anything.
No, just
Everything.
anything.
I like to know. I want
Are
everything
you just
to have
saying
like
in
an
general?
about.
Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I want everything to have like an about where it's like these guys run this. This is who does this, and then you can be like, oh, okay, it's those guys. Because at this point, I feel like we know most of the people that are making stuff that we care about.
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like, why don't you just tell us who's doing what? Dead does. At least, like, if you go onto their website, it tells you everybody that has like something to do with
To
something.
do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, did you ever
I
look
like
at
that.
that?
I haven't. No.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool to hear.
There's like everybody that has like ownership, everybody's like role in the company, and then like who the
I
riders.
love that. That's
whether-
so sick.
Yeah, it's so sick. The
Like,
transparency.
everyone
of it.
deserves to be put on blast, you know?
Transparency is sick.
Yeah, absolutely. Where is this money going?
Yeah.
It's maybe that's why Danny's.
And who's doing what? Like you said, like,
It's
yeah, I like
kinda-
that. That's cool.
I didn't think about this, but maybe that's why Danny's skate is transparent, because transparency is sick.
Wow. Never thought of that.
Deep.
Fucking heady, dude. That's
That is
pretty
very
fucking
heady.
I'm smoking fucking weed here, guys.
I mean,
That's the
It's-
type of shit connections you make.
you could be right. You never know. It's not far out.
He's a subtle sideman blader.
He is a psilocybin blader.
Yeah, he sells sidemans.
Absolutely.
That micro dope, sir.
Do you do anything extra for like to prepare your body or like get yourself ready for skating? Do you do like yoga regularly or anything? Like do you eat healthy?
Probably one of the most unhealthy persons living today, but you know, I'm surviving.
Hamburger
Oh,
bun
no,
with ketchup and just the buns, baby.
That's
Onions?
me.
No onions.
You already know. You already know. I
Onions
like
or no
onions.
onions?
I get some onions, some grilled onions. Yeah.
And just some grilled onions. It's a pretty plain burger.
No, I'm trying. I'm trying to get better. I like to. I mean, I stretch. Obviously, if you have to stretch. You know, especially with snowboarding, I've learned that too. You can't just get on the mountain and just go. Like you have a nice stretch session going. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm just trying to stretch before I do any physical activity. But I feel like I literally am, if it's not snowing, I'm outside doing something. You know, I'm rock climbing, I'm hiking, I'm playing soccer, I'm skating, I'm mountain biking, whatever, you know, like, so I feel like I stay pretty active to where body stays pretty loose and, you know.
Oh yeah, you did a good amount of climbing trips too. I saw that coming up on your gram a couple times.
Yeah, that's definitely been the new sport.
How long
Kind
you
of
been climbing for?
Fallen in love for. Honestly, just maybe like since quarantine, early last year. Yeah, I'd done some small climbs here and there over the years, but I don't know where it really came from. But you know,
Are you
Bazilda.
mostly, are you bouldering or are you doing like?
So I'm doing
rope
both.
climbing?
Yeah, I'm sport climbing and bouldering.
Okay.
Last year, you know, Adam Bazildo came out for like he was out here for probably 4 or 5 months last year, and he's a big climber. So I definitely kind of linked up with him a few times and got like really into it. And then on the road trip, we ended up climbing on Independence Pass. That was awesome, you know. So that kind of really got me hooked. And then so just kind of got into the sport climbing, which is the rope climbing, you know, with some homies. But it's so expensive to get into, and you need so much knowledge and, you know, safety gear to safely do it. So I couldn't go unless somebody with gear and knowledge was going, you know. And that's why bouldering's kind of nice. You don't have to climb 90 feet in the air. You can go find a rock that's 10 feet high and it's just as hard to climb, you know. So Definitely been doing a lot of bouldering a lot recently. The Luke Bender and Nolan, they're big climbers, and same with Adam Montoya. Kind of been my my
Luke's
climbing
got like a
guides.
whole like wall across his house, right?
Yeah, he's so he's got his garage, and then behind his garage is a little like storage shack where actually Jesse Soda lives. I don't know if you know that guy. He's another rollerblader. But yeah, in between the two houses, he's got a nice rock wall that kind of carves in between the two. And it's sick.
Has anyone ever brought you to like something when you're climbing and you're just like, oh no, fuck that?
All the time. Every
Really?
time I climb.
And then, but you do them anyway?
So like the good thing with climbing is you could go to one rock and there's super easy routes and then there's super hard routes. So you can go with like, you don't need to be an expert climber to go and climb, you know, you can, as far, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? As far as if you bring a group, not everyone has to be on the same level. It's nice, but that's why, you know, I'm the newbie now. So I feel bad kind of asking these guys, hey, take me with you. But I'm learning they can go and do what they want to climb, the hard stuff, and I can still find an easier route to climb, you know. So that's why
Similar to a skate park.
Yeah,
There's gonna be
exactly.
the trail and
Exactly.
there's gonna be the giant.
Right. Right. Doesn't matter how good you are, just come and drink beers and climb, you know, or just come and skate. Same thing. Yep.
Just be normal.
But yeah, all the time there's these guys will like, especially with lead climbing. So there, you know, there's different forms of climbing. But I guess the hardest or expert portion of it is it's called lead climbing. And that's when you're the first person to go up. So you have to set the route, you have to put the quick draws in the wall, then you have to safely hook yourself up, you know, and then you set it up for everybody else. So that's kind of where it's getting a little more scary for me, you know, because at that point you can fall 5, 10, up to 15 feet, you know, it just depends where your last safety quick draw is, you know.
Have you been that guy to do that?
Yeah, just this last Sunday was like kind of one of my first times, and I managed to do 3 of them in a day, which was awesome. Just because I've been doing a lot of more bouldering recently, you know, so I'm only 10 feet off the ground, but it's really helping with like learning how to climb just correctly, you know. So yeah, I got up 90 feet the other day, and there's like you're placing your own protection the whole way up, you know, until you get to the very top. So
you've always been pretty good with heights. I remember on that tour too, remember when we went to, I forget, I think it was in somewhere in Tahoe where we like hiked in, and then it was like this 100-foot jump. It was like you and I think only Hunter did it.
I did not jump off the big one.
The one that the girl jumped off, right?
Yeah, where she broke her back.
Yeah.
That was Lake Tahoe. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I did swim over there. Okay, I didn't know.
You didn't do the top one though?
I did the small one. Yeah, I didn't do the big one. I know I hate heights.
Really?
Like, I like cliff jumping, but like, yeah, I don't.
That's so
I guess
interesting.
I'm getting better with it with the climbing, but yeah, I hate it. I absolutely
that is so
can't stand it. Like the Eiffel Tower, when I went on a Europe trip for Winter Clash. I hated the Eiffel Tower until I was up there, you know. But like just the whole, I don't know if you've done it, but you have to take this like really weird kind of elevator all the way up to the top.
It's one of like
get on another one. It's all glass, and it just goes up the leg of the Eiffel Tower, and you can just see everything
sideways.
Yeah, because it's in each 4, you know, the 4 legs, they're all angled.
Yeah.
So I think either 2 or all 4 of them, there's elevators that go up. And then from there, you stand in another line, and then you take an all glass elevator straight up to the top. And I fucking hated it. And then when you get up there, you can feel the whole Eiffel Tower just swaying. Right? Yeah. So I hated that. And then same with South Africa. We took up to Table Mountain, which is like their famous, you know, touristy thing. You get in this tram that rotates 360 degrees. I hated that as well, but it's still fun.
Did you ever do that Ferris wheel in Vegas?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you'd probably hate that too.
You know, we were thinking about, I went to London.
I do not like Ferris wheels.
I don't either,
they're
especially
creepy,
big ones.
Man. Yeah, the sway on the Ferris wheel is like too much for me, man.
We were gonna do the London Eye in London, but I didn't want to do it. It's just too big. Massive Ferris wheel.
That's so funny that you're not good with heights.
Right now I rock climb.
Well, I've also seen you jump off some really high things before.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll jump into some water from a high cliff, but I don't know. It's like,
yeah, but even on skates, like you take
that. Yeah, true.
Like
Guess there's a limit.
Say that
like
you're
10 or
bad with
15
heights.
feet.
To
Other
say
than that,
you're bad. Yeah, 10 or 15 feet is like
Unusually
most people
high.
are freaking the fuck out.
okay.
Like
I guess I'm not bad with heights, but
you're definitely decent with heights. You just know that like when you're a certain height, like there's real danger.
right.
Yeah, pretty
And
cow.
I kind of start to get vertigo too, just depending on like the scenario. But yeah, I've done like some crazy hikes where I just way up on this cliff and I just like my peripherals basically made me sick, just from like seeing the drop out of the corner of your eye. I don't know how to explain it.
I know exactly
something I'm learning with rock climbing is getting over the fear of heights.
Yeah, I've had that same feeling happen to me when I worked at an outdoor venue and like the grid was swinging and there was no like roof above me.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
Terrible.
So
Yeah.
like there's just like space, like it's sky above you and like you're really high in the air. It's a pretty fucking weird feeling. But yeah, it's similar to that.
Yep.
How's your involvement with the Come Down Co? Are you coming out with something with those guys?
So not currently. With these, having these new skates, the new Derek Henderson boots and the new frames, we're actually we're working on some team edits, which I'm pretty juiced about that. They'll be coming out in the next 2-3 weeks or so.
Sick.
But yeah, I'm just trying to focus on that right now. They're asking for at least 2 to maybe 5 clips at the most. Just do a little team edit. So that's kind of the main project I'm working on at the moment. Just trying to get clips for those 2.
Do you have any idea who's in the zone for that one? Who's like working on that?
For which one? Both of them?
Oh, well, I know the Come Down's all Fugi and.
Oh yeah, so that's all Fugi.
But is like do you know some of the other skaters that we can think to see in the Henderson team video?
Yeah, so we got Brian Weiss, we got Shane McClay, obviously Jeff Howard, he's the one making it for us, and I think Hunter just got the skates as well, myself, Andrew Broom, of course.
Nice.
And
Jeff
I
makes
think
cool
that's
videos.
I think that's about it. Yeah, there's really only 5 or 6 of us that got the skates and the frames, so that's pretty juiced to be a part of that. It's been a while.
None of the Italian dudes or like the European guys got skates, or it was more of an American.
Not for as far as the group chat that I'm in. I haven't seen any of those guys. I know that they're getting a delay out there as well. They won't get the skates for a little bit. Give me a quick pee break. Cool.
Yeah. Hi, Joe.
Hey, how are you?
Good. We're here on the podcast talking to the people.
We are on the podcast. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. But dude, I'm fucking tired today.
Wake up. Saturday, like 6:30.
Drink like 2 yerbs already. Tired today. Is what it is.
What else is going on skating? Should we do we tell the people about something to look at? But what's cool?
I mean, since we've been talking about the Derek Henderson like skate and stride, that was fucking awesome. Go watch that.
True.
And Jarrod's back. What's up, buddy?
Excuse me for that. Sorry.
No, you're good. I just did the same thing.
Joey just doesn't even announce it anymore.
Yeah, right. He's just gone. So what number are you boys on right now?
That's a good question, Taylor.
Like on the podcast series?
Yeah.
We're getting closer to 20. You might be like 18 or 19.
Nice.
Something like that. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, we're breaking out into the podcast game, competing.
Yeah. You guys been enjoying it? I've got to watch most of them.
Nice.
At least
it's been a lot of fun.
Of most of them.
It's so funny because like some guys we know, and then some guys we have no idea. Like never really had any conversation with them.
Well, and I remember in the beginning too, Joe was like, I guess both of you were like, yeah, we should probably stop interviewing our friends. Just like kind of branch out. But then you were like, but our friends keep doing dope shit. So like, we're going to interview our friends.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Well, I first reached out to you when I knew you were going to come out with the promo, the Red Eye promo. Because I had like seen some of it from Fugi maybe or something. And then it dropped, and then we kind of like dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then
It's all good.
Yeah.
We're busy. Busy men.
Yeah. And you got snowboarding to do, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was so much fun to go ride with you. It's really sick to go snowboarding or like do other activities that are like, how do I put it? Like extreme with other rollerbladers.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about with rock climbing. You know, that's kind of why I've been getting into it. It's so many of our homies rock climb as well. You know, like the Blade homies. So it's nice. So you can, you know, skating's fun, but there's so much other cool shit you can get out there and do. That's kind of, you know, that's why I'm stuck here in Colorado. There's just too many sports to do.
Feels like everything is going to be an Olympic event at some point. Rock climbing's already in there.
Mm-hmm. Hell, we're the only sport that's not in it, it seems like.
Yeah, they got weird stuff in there.
It'll be speed skating first, but
I'll
think so.
Race.
You want to race?
Who doesn't want to race?
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, so we've been going to the skating rink on like Thursday nights because there's like they do adult night. These people fucking hate me. So I love just skating as fast as I possibly can, and I have light up wheels on my 110s, and I just fucking lap these fools, and I can just every time I go, look at this fucking guy, look at this guy. It's always just the worst comments, like talking so much shit. I'm just literally just skating. I'm not trying to like fly past them, you know.
Dude,
it just happens that way.
I think like 2 years ago we went to this. It was like a birthday party at a roller rink. It was like a Friday night at this place called the Church of Eight Wheels, and you could tell it was like date night. There's like hell people there like that don't skate, and then a group of us show up and we're like just like rolling around, and I could see like a lot of the guys are like, "What the fuck? Get these guys the fuck out of here!" Oh my god!
Yep.
It's like these guys spend way too much time doing this. They're probably here every weekend.
We've been mobbing recently too, like 10 to 15 deep, and we're just lapping these fools. You could tell they're getting all pissed off, so we kind of stopped going because I was getting annoyed with it. Just going big wheel outside.
Bar that lets you skate in there, though, right?
Sorry,
that's a different spot than the bar that lets you skate inside, right?
Yeah, that's they haven't done that since last year, but yeah, it's like a gay club called Tracks, and once a month they would do it's called the Roll, and it's like a little bitty skating rink, but excuse me, you can actually skate around with your drink in your hand. So they give you like a little cup with the lid on it, or you can buy like it's a sippy cup, like a children's sippy cup that has a
spill.
Yeah, exactly. You just refill that. But then how half the bars here that we frequent, they don't care that we go in with our skates on. So we just
sick.
End up just skating from bar to bar out in our neighborhood. Don't even really bring shoes. It's pretty nice.
That is sick. Dude, I wish the bars would just open up.
Yeah, how is it out there?
They're like still on that like food. We can kind of eat indoors now, right? I think.
Kind of certain spots.
Yeah. Denver's definitely opened up a lot more in the last couple months.
We got wings and beers inside of a place. That's pretty sick.
You know, it's funny. I actually ended up going to that Idlewild where you and your family went.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I ended up going for Luke's birthday. We went out to Winter Park like 2 weeks after that trip. And I'm actually really mad that I didn't go with you because that place is badass.
It's so sick, right?
Yeah, it's so sick.
It's like
the distillery, right?
Yeah, it's like a little distillery, but it's like downstairs. It has like this really basement vibe when you go inside. I don't know.
A very old, like
Whiskey?
Pre-prohibition, like almost like a
Everything.
speakeasy style.
Oh,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, it was sick.
They do everything.
The food was amazing.
Yeah.
Food and booze was highly recommend if you ever go to Winter Park.
So
Yeah.
how far are you from the mountain when you want to go?
So like so if I want to go rock climbing, I could get there in less than 30 minutes. And then skiing, closest one is probably Winter Park. It's about an hour, 10 minutes without traffic, which is nothing too. You know, you have such a beautiful mountainous drive that you don't even realize you're driving for an hour. Whereas,
just-
in Texas, I would drive from Houston to Austin on a weekly basis. That was 3 hours and it was terrible. Just nothing but flat roads, you know? So I don't mind, like, when it's funny, I've always noticed that, like, when you compare drive times out here, say it's like 7 hours, fuck it, I'm down. At least you're driving through the mountains, you know? Like, you're not just driving through fucking West Texas or something like that. That's how I kind of compared the driving, from back home compared to here.
For sure.
Like an hour is 2 hours, nothing, sure. And that's one way, any given day. Yeah, I'm taking a hour to 2 hour round trip out there just to go have fun. But to me, that's my backyard. It's not that far at all.
Nice
Yeah, 'cause
how active you stay.
Yeah, it's sick.
Have to, dude. I go stir crazy just sitting inside. And show you our weather right now.
How's it looking? Ooh,
Oh shit.
It is currently
Awesome.
dumping snow.
that is fucking sick. Sorry we're taking you away from that.
Oh, it's fine. Just actually came in like the last hour or so.
Okay, cool.
But it's funny because it was nice yesterday. I was just rock climbing out in
It's
Golden.
Dude, Denver's so crazy like
Mhm.
that. The time that I don't know. I think the last time that I was in Denver with you, Taylor, it was like 75. I had a sunburn, and then it snowed like 2 feet the next
The
day.
next day, yep.
Fucking
And then all
wild.
melted by 2 days later. That's
Oh
how
yeah,
it's.
we were skating by the end of the trip.
That's why I
Fucking
can't
crazy.
I can't just consistently skate, unfortunately, like as much as I want to. That's why I kind of had to pick up the other sports. It's like, what am I going to do with my time? I have to do something. Well, I can't go skate. Well, might as well go snowboard or rock climb or whatever.
Yeah,
And that's the nice thing, like with rock climbing, it was still snowy yesterday. We just had to wait a few hours for it to melt and it was fine, Whereas skating yesterday, you probably could have skated, but it's like, unless there's no snow on the ground, it's kind of hard. Well, I had no excuse. Look at Chris Farmer and all those boys up north skating in the snow.
I
But
always
that's not
think it
me.
looks. I always think it looks gross.
It looks terrible. Like, personally, I would not want to be skating out there, but they make it look fun and they have fun. So no hate,
Personally, I think I would be in like basically snow gear if I was to be doing such
Yeah,
an
absolutely.
Like I'd be in the air
Your snow
blaster
pants,
onesie.
Dude, that's what I was thinking. I was just put the onesie on. Go
Yeah,
skate.
See, that sounds like fun. At least when you eat shit, like you're not wet as a motherfucker.
Yeah, well, and comfortable.
Yeah, I want to be hot and wet.
But that's what's funny is, we can go. I'll go stand out in 4-degree weather, in my snowboard gear, and I'm fine. Like I have no problem going and playing in the snow on a snowboard. But skating in the snow, no, thank you, not for me.
Okay, here's a question: do you rock like long johns while skating during the winter? Have you ever played that game before? Okay,
I got some nice
like
just long sleeve underwear, like like Under Armour, compression underwear.
Yeah, like legging style.
Yeah,
yeah, because I feel like that's a game changer for
absolutely.
like the cold weather skating that a lot of people don't talk about.
It's pretty much just like the underground secret to surviving the cold weather in general.
True.
Just base layers. Like that's the biggest thing I learned. Just put clothes on, like the proper clothes,
Was there a transition for you, like moving from Texas and then like you're in Denver? You were like, were you ever not really prepared for snow?
Oh,
like,
absolutely. The first couple snows for sure. And then I realized like, okay, I definitely need the gear for this. But then once I did finally layer up. I was like, when it would snow and I lived in downtown, I was like a kid in a candy shop because I had never dealt with snow in Houston, right? So like I loved that shit. Once I was warm, I would literally just go walk around downtown just to go walk in a snowstorm. Sounds like a loser, but like I was so juiced on it. I was like, I don't care. Like I'm warm.
For real.
This is tight. Huh?
For real. It's
yeah.
so sick to be around snow. And it's crazy, like even down here, like so many people haven't seen it physically snow.
Right. I still have friends to this day.
It snows like 2 hours away.
It just snowed in Texas. I don't know if you guys saw that, the big storm down there. They were freaking out. That's all my timeline was, you know, for Facebook and Instagram was, oh my God, look at this snow. And I was the same way moving here. Like I loved it. So I wasn't making fun of them.
Yeah, I grew up with it, so I'm over it.
Yeah, exactly. You're over it. And I'm getting to that point almost now too. It's mid-April. Like, all right, I'm ready for summer.
I miss it so much.
And that's what I love about Colorado, though. It's a good mixture of the two, you know?
Yeah.
We have a solid, like, 6-month winter, which is great for skiing. And it's really not that bad in Denver. Like, we'll get this. Yeah. I mean, Colorado has all 4 climates, basically, and all sorts of different landscapes. But I guess Denver is technically a desert, huh?
It's a high desert, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy to think
and it's cool too though how it'll be 40 50 degrees here and it'll be dumping snow in the mountains, you know, like I'm able to go snowboard and then come back down to town and skate or rock climb or get on my bike and go to the bar or do whatever, you know, like that's my favorite part about it, I think.
Yeah, it's a different winter than like a Chicago winter. It
yeah,
looks like
absolutely.
It's just
like up north, fuck that. I could never survive in something like that. This is definitely the farthest north that I could go, probably.
Yeah, it's even from what my brothers told me, it's a different type of winter. Even during like the winter, it's like it'll snow, but then it's 70 later. Really weird.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like if the sun is out, it doesn't really matter how cold it is. Like it's a beautiful day because they're just so high up, you know. You really feel that sun.
Are they doing a Mile High this year?
Yeah.
When's
yep. I think he already. Yeah, we did Mile High last year.
Did you win it last year?
No. I got my 5th second place in a row now.
No fucking
They call me the bridesmaid.
That's hilarious. I hope you never win it.
5. Oh, thanks. I would be happy with getting second my whole life because that's
second
just
indefinitely, you know? Would be fucking awesome.
And everyone I've lost to, like I respect who, like I'm not mad about it. Like they definitely earned the win, and they're like a great rollerblader, so that's fine with me.
Who won last year? Adam, right?
Yeah, Bazildo came out.
Yeah,
he won all 3 last year. Yeah, he won King of Cleveland. He won. What was the other one he won? Kentucky, the KY battle, I think.
They didn't do the KY battle last year. No,
he won 3 in a row.
Because Scott runs that one.
Did you win Windy City Riot?
Yeah, I think it was Chicago. Yeah, it was Chicago. I don't remember the other one I said.
Chicago, Detroit, and then Denver.
And battle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He won that. I thought Gumby won that. Or am I wrong? You just did that crazy trick.
No, I think he won best trick for that giant back rail, I believe. I could be wrong. My memory is trash.
Is that the street skating triple crown at this point?
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. Yeah, was
win all 3 in one shot.
That was.
He was like,
I'd say that's the triple crown.
Was he saying that?
Yeah, I mean that was his goal last year. He made a big post about it too recently.
Word.
Because he had his truck because he went on like a 6-month road trip basically. It might have even been longer. Just living out of his truck, him and his dog.
He came through here at one point, and then I saw him on a cannabis farm up north.
Yeah, with the homies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know Derbs?
Yeah. He's from Houston.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out Derbs Ranch.
Shout out. I'm trying to go up there.
Me too.
Me too. So sick.
Dude,
there's so much fun.
There's a thing that's gonna happen out there that I'm not going to fully announce here on live entertainment, but you should contact Derbs. And if
Sick.
you know Derbs, contact Derbs. And if you
Absolutely.
don't contact Derbs. But you should contact Derbs and be like, yo, what's up with
Sick.
this event?
I'm so down.
Should be pretty sick.
Because Will Kennedy's he's an also Houstonian. He's always making his way out there, so he's always showing me sending me videos of at the ranch, and it just looks so sick.
I just saw Will at a birthday party sesh recently.
Nice. How far are you guys from each other? You're in north and you're south, right?
Correct.
So you aren't even in the same city.
8 to 10 hours, depending.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't
You've
know.
never driven.
I'm going.
It's more like it's like 6 to 7 in reality.
Right.
Yeah.
How often do y'all see each other?
I'm gonna see him this
Pretty
this coming
frequently, huh?
week. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm going down on Wednesday night.
Nice.
We gonna skate, baby.
What was there a contest out there this last weekend?
Yeah, they had
That
some
Chris won?
black. Yeah, Calkins won.
Sick.
Oh, you
Got
guys had a
OT.
contest too?
Yeah, I didn't go. It was a park comp.
Yeah, I didn't go to the park comp.
Was there one up north too?
Yeah.
Damn, y'all are the
Sorry.
worst.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
we're
there's a
not
lot
good.
of. This is like there wasn't this much when I came up in skating. Like, it's like multiple events every weekend. Like California's just like on another level with.
That sounds sick though. There's nothing going on here.
I mean, you
Come
guys
hang-
get
Hard to even
snow.
just go skate. I mean, obviously the snow, but no one really skates that much anymore.
I was telling my brother was saying that too. I'm like, there's so many people that skate in Denver. You guys just don't think about it like that. There's probably so many people skating in Denver.
True, but not the homies.
But you guys are though. It's like there's like a dozen of you skating, and you're like, no, nobody skates.
Nobody skates. Every one of you is like, I skate, but nobody else skates.
All of you guys say that.
Every single one of you guys.
All you guys are
is
the only ones
fucking
skating out
hilarious.
there. Everyone's
Yeah, I
trying to
don't know.
skate though.
We are. It's just so hard to get a session going. I don't know why. We've been doing better about it though. Obviously the weather, winter is, one thing, but
Of course.
yeah, hell, we had a TNR last week, a couple weeks ago, I guess. And yeah, I had a great time. I forgot how fun it is to just go and skate a skate park and not worry about, because, it's always been like work as far as skating, like trying to put out all these edits and just get clips for certain whatever.
Where'd they do a TNR at the downtown park?
We did Arvada skate
Oh,
park.
sick.
I don't know if you got to go to that one, but it's
I did that one. It's so
amazing.
fun.
It's so sick.
So who
That
showed
was
up
the
to?
one
Oh no, go ahead.
it was just that one I posted that little line. It was like my first reel that I made actually. But it's at bank to Jersey barrier.
Who
Like one of the sickest obstacles.
who showed up at the TNR?
It was actually just kind of like the smaller local Denver guys that kind of do stuff. I didn't really know any of them. Just kind of got the invite from a homie, Jarrod Kaplan. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was just like, hey, a couple of us are going out. It's like, fuck it, I don't care. And then so I guess Zach Nelson and Jordan Smith, homie from Dallas, he's been out in Colorado for the last few months.
See, there's
I
so
got
many
them to come out.
skaters. So
Yeah,
many
just-
skaters you don't even know them all.
True. You know how I am.
But
I don't know.
I do agree with you that it is really awesome to take the time to just skate for skating, like the same way that you just snowboard for the sake of snowboarding or rock
Right.
climbing, for the sake
Just
of
to have
rock
fun.
climbing,
Yeah.
like, just to have fun. Like getting back to that place at least like once or twice a week is like really awesome.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for you.
Yeah,
Especially for us, like when you don't have to put content out, but you know what I mean? Like
but mentally,
it's kind of a
feel
job
like-
for us, like if you have sponsors, you're kind of working in a way, like when they ask for stuff, you don't have to give it to them, but I like to be a part of it,
Yeah.
But then when you go out filming for it, like you said, it's work, it's not like
and you hold
it's
yourself in higher
fun,
regard,
but yeah,
regardless.
exactly.
But it's really nice to like dumb it down and like work on some things, or
Right,
just
have
skate
fun,
really
just
fast.
fucking skate the skate park.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've actually been doing some early morning sessions. I guess I've only done one, but TK and James have actually been getting out pretty early on the mornings and going just to downtown park, the Denver park, because it's
Yep.
less than a mile from all of our house. So we have no excuse not to go. But
And it's a
I
pretty
got
good
to go
hill
out.
bomb to it.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. The
It's a pretty
20th
good
Street
bomb.
Hill Bomb it's why not
Get the
go?
blood
It's just so
flowing for
close.
breakfast, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, it's other than the weather, there's no excuse to go. So I've been trying to get better about doing that. Like, skating by 9 or 10, that's awesome. Like, it's perfect way to start the day, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
done a Friday morning skate in a minute. That's a nice way to start the weekend.
Yeah, true. Especially the big wheels too. Like, we got a pretty big rec scene here as well. Jarrod McVeigh kind of has, runs that Denver Urban Skate. So you're right. There is a ton of rollerbladers here. Just
Do you guys have
I knew
a
it.
weekly rec skate?
sorry.
Do you have a weekly rec skate?
So before COVID, it was Wednesday night skate was the big long skate, but obviously
Was
with
Jared
COVID,
running that as well?
yeah, it was kind of him and Rachel Norkin, I think her last name is. She's
Okay.
kind of like one of the big bladies around here in Denver. She, one of the old school chicks. But yeah, they kind of started that. We're doing just like a different route each week, and maybe like 3 to 10 miles at the most. Just different routes. And actually, it was cool. They would kind of let different people host each week. So they,
Right.
you could do your
You're on
personal
full-
fun route.
Yeah, it also makes it easier on the organizers. Just
Yeah,
to be like,
exactly. Yeah, no stress. Like,
yeah.
exactly. This is your turn. But yeah, there's been some smaller sessions getting out recently. Been trying to get on the big wheels more too. We're so close to downtown. There's no point in driving. Just get on the skates or a bike. Go get it.
Is there that weekly skate? Is it all downtown?
For the big wheels.
Yeah.
No, they branch out.
Oh,
And
they go.
it's so hilly out here. Like sometimes they'll go out to Golden. It's only like 20 or 30-minute drive, but there's some good hill bombs out there. Or they'll do some Denver skates, around town. But there's a huge trail system here, hundreds of miles of trails along the river system and just, the sidewalk system. So they just make a different route each week. And hell, I think there's a pump track, a random skate pump track at like one of our local parks, like just a city park. So it's we have a lot of good, like huge, massive parks that have a whole trail system as well. So those are always fun to just cruise around. There's like ponds and all sorts of shit around them. Yeah, one of them has a pump track, so they do that one pretty frequent.
Yeah, skating environments makes like half the experience. Going around like the lakes and those trails is probably
Yeah,
pretty
exactly. Anywhere you go here, you have a view, basically. So it's awesome. Just get outside and it's beautiful.
Do they do it at night or do they do it like at dusk?
Well, it's like usually about 6 or 7. So yeah, right around dusk. Because hell, right now it doesn't get dark till 8:39. So it's been pretty nice. It's after daylight savings.
You're on the good end of the time zone.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy the difference between the seasons, because in the winter it'll be dark at 5 p.m. and then middle of summer, end of summer, it won't be dark till 9:30. Like that's a 4-hour time difference, like I've never experienced that in Texas. It wasn't that drastic,
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Like 5 p.m. it's fucking dark, and that's sucks. I would go to work and it was dark, and I'd get home from work and it was dark, middle of winter. But yeah, that's why summers are the best. It's not dark till 9:30 at night. You could go do whatever you want, even if you work a full-time job.
Yeah, I wish I could skip that part of the year every year.
Yeah, I don't understand why we still do it.
Yeah,
but some states don't do it.
Arizona doesn't. It's really trippy.
Yeah, they just don't do it.
And they have like normal days forever.
Yeah, like that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Why doesn't every other state do that? I would love if Colorado would eventually do it, because it's so depressing in the winter. It's already like super cold, and it's like you get 6-7 hours of sunlight and it's just dark again.
And I don't know what
I almost feel like at this point, they should do the opposite, where they should give you more time. Like, yeah.
Go backwards, start going the other way. Like,
Exactly.
even now here though, the sun's up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been, and I'm like, oh shit, it's like it's got to be like 9 a.m. You know, it's like 6:45, not even 7 o'clock. Fuck, this is killing me because I have this big old window in my room. Yeah, I love it.
And you also have a
if you're
dog.
able to get up, exactly. She's up at 7 a.m. every morning. Bathroom and feed me.
How's Sadie doing?
Great. She's
Joey
killing
was
it.
telling me you got like the sickest dog ever.
She's pretty dope. She's a little wild, but we're getting better. Yeah, just adopted a dog February 1st. So a couple months ago. I guess she's upstairs. We'll grab her here in a minute. Yeah, she's
like she's a husky mix, right?
Yeah, 1-year-old female husky shepherd.
It's a good color.
But she's only like 40 pounds, so she's not very big. Joe saw.
Yeah.
She's kind of filling in a little bit, but yeah, I think she's full grown. So I think she's probably got some other breed in her. I'd like to do the DNA test. See what
she
actually
like a smaller shepherd.
True. Which I mean, not all German shepherds are huge, you know. She might not even be German shepherd.
Yeah.
She just has those. She's black and brown. She's got those colors.
You plan on staying in Colorado for the foreseeable future?
And it's kind of been a thought, you know, I've had over the last year or so, but I don't really know where else I would go, you know. Like I've spent so much time getting a nice base here, you know, like a scene and friends, and I love the outdoors, you know. I don't know where else I would really want to live.
Yeah, where else are you gonna climb, snowboard, and skate?
Yeah, like all in the same day. Like I guess you could do the same thing in California, but hell, Colorado is already expensive. I can't afford the California lifestyle.
It's different.
And then I've never been to the Pacific Northwest, so I don't really know. I can't say, you know, anything about that. But
you haven't been up over here yet? Like
no,
Portland
never.
Or anything?
Nope. That's definitely next on the list. I'm trying to get out there this year.
Nice.
Definitely so many homies out there have to go.
Yeah, you'd like skating out here too. It's your speed. Fast.
Sick.
Oh, I think you do good in SF.
I guess I've skated out there once or twice, but north of that, I've never been north of that pretty much.
Yeah, we didn't really go to any good spots when we came on our trip. We just went to the bunkers.
Yeah, and then we were it was the Oakland Blade Jam.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty much like all of our time spent was on that. And I was hurt too.
That Camp Useless, that's when we stayed at that spot.
So
it was
sick.
So sick. It was these trees that were like low, created a roof.
It was amazing. Yeah, the sickest trees. And then we could all hammock from them too. It basically, like, they created this own, like you said, a roof, and we could just hammock underneath it. And it was so sick. The what?
Yeah. But so you were like hammocking between these like trees that were making a roof for you. That's
they were like almost like a large size bonsai tree.
Yeah, I just thought
If
about
that makes sense.
The shopping cart that you tried to get out in Tahoe that you did not get out.
No, it was just a 12-pack. It wasn't a full shopping cart. All right, it was just a 12-pack.
You had just 12-pack in.
It was just trying to push you right out the door.
I was underage. And of course, we're all fucking bums for 2 months. So of course, we were all trying to steal fucking booze from the grocery store whenever we could. Contribute to the group, you know? Yeah, so
it was your turn.
Sure, I got snagged.
I had a 12-pack, and they totally just watched the whole thing go down. But
the guy
was chill. Like, I just had it in my arms. He walking out, he just like, nope, not today. Grabbed it and just turned around, and I just kept walking. That was it. Like,
just left.
There's no conversation about it. Just
no.
It was just like.
And Dustin Spengler watched the whole thing go down because he's like just walking into the grocery store, and I like had this big old smile on my face because I got a 12-pack, and then he swooped, and his jaw just dropped, and I just kept walking, and I was like, don't say anything, just go in the store and shop. I just booked it to the car.
Dude,
That
that
was
guy
so
like
funny.
it was like a football strip. He was taking it back to the other end zone. He was just dude. He did not give a shit about Jarrod. He was like, nope, go other end zone.
Literally just swooped the 12-pack. He turned around and walked in, and I just kept walking.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I was like, whoa, okay.
Was it you that saw it? I know Dustin was.
I think a couple of us saw
like
it.
both of you.
That was a good one.
Not good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Quite a few.
Proud of you for keeping your cool on that one.
It all happened so fast.
Yeah, I was like, I just need to go. I don't want to get in trouble. I think we were in Lake Tahoe, is what
Yeah.
it was. Oh God.
What a fun trip.
Yeah, great memories.
Bears.
Sure could do it again.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Joey's still
Honestly, I've been thinking
I'm
about
still
it.
itching to do it, so it is what it is. Like I'm just trying.
I've been thinking about it. I don't have a job right now. I'm making decent money on unemployment. I'm just honestly want to get in the car with my dog and just go.
could do a month.
All
That's
right.
what I'm kind of thinking.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we don't have to go across the entire of America
No.
again.
I wasn't planning on doing that either. Just
No,
like
no.
a couple of weeks.
10 states. That was so much. We were in the car the whole time, basically.
What? How long did we stay in Louisiana? Like one day?
I feel like we were out there for a little longer,
Really? I
but
thought we just.
maybe 2 days. Like, yeah, not very long there.
I think we all. I remember that we partied that night when we got there. We were like, we gotta leave, or we're never gonna do anything else. Nobody skated after that night. Joey
Yeah,
Adams.
because
did.
Isaac's uncle's crib was
Oh, yeah.
so sick, right in the French Quarter.
And we were in that guy's garage next door, like looking at his car.
And he came out, got all pissed. It was like an old school Lamborghini or something, like super nice car.
It was sick, but we had no
That's
business
funny.
being in there.
No, not at all.
You're just putzing around in his garage, like all fucked up.
It was like a weird, like outside garage. The whole scenario was weird. Like we were just looking. We were outside smoking a cig, we were just looking at the car.
Okay.
But yeah, we definitely had no business being there.
So any other plans for this year? Other than coming up around the Pacific Northwest?
Nope, nothing
Yes.
planned. I guess I'm going up to the New York City for my first time in May, so I'm pretty juiced on that. I guess a few weeks from now,
Why?
just to go.
Nice.
My uncle used to live out in Chicago, and ever since I lived out here, I told him I'd come visit. Never got to visit, and he just moved to Manhattan. So I'm like, all right, I gotta come visit now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you hit anyone up from out there that you're skating?
Oh yeah, I hit up Sean Grossman. Yeah, I plan on meeting up with him. And actually, I think
Shout out Gross Dose.
Oh yeah. Good guy to
No.
hit up.
best. But I think Jeff Stenger is also going to be out there. Another local Denver homie.
Cool.
Guess he says he'll be out there around the same time. So yeah, I plan on bringing my skates. It'll be like kind of a more touristy trip. Just kind of, do all the New York stuff. You guys know how it is. I've never
Yeah.
been, so
Oh, that's gonna be so
it'd be cool
super
to
fun,
see
dude.
some shit. But yeah, definitely plan on bringing
Prepare to
skates.
eat a lot of bread.
A lot of bread,
Yeah,
or
in different
Fun.
forms.
it's fine with me.
Do you
Like
know
bread.
where? You know what area in the city your uncle's in? You know where you're going?
He's in Chelsea.
Oh,
Yeah,
sick.
for the neighborhood, I think it is.
Well, cool. You're like right downtown.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm flying into Newark though, so I'll have to. That'll be cool. I'm just
Oh no, that's an
over to the
easy,
city. Yeah,
an easy Uber.
that's what I
Especially if
figured.
you're going into Manhattan. It's
Well, I
not
think
bad.
we're just gonna take the train
Yeah. Was it fuck.
Oh.
because he doesn't have a car either. So
I want to call it Bart. I've been fucking out here for way too long. What the hell?
Bart, yeah.
It's is that NJ Transit or is that the Path?
Path.
Is the Path take you to
Path
Newark?
train. Yeah, I think Path takes you from Newark to Manhattan.
Nice.
I couldn't remember if it went out that far or not.
Yeah, I think it's like it's like a certain line.
Word.
Yeah, I'm juiced. Any recommendations? Since y'all are from that area,
Pizza,
definitely pizza.
bagels.
Bagels, all right.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Skate spots,
Pork roll, egg, and cheese.
at least one
They don't
near
have
where
that
I'll
in
be.
New York City, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, this fucking place is so weird. Go to New Jersey or something. I don't know. No, don't do that. There's nothing there.
Except for the pork roll, egg, and cheese. That is worth going to New Jersey for.
Maybe one of these days.
Yeah,
You
you'd
might
fuck with
like
it. It's
it.
pretty plain. It's just egg, cheese, and a weird salted meat.
And that's worth going out for?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's debatable. It's debatable. I really fuck with that sandwich. I think it's because you can't get it everywhere that I really like it.
True.
Yeah.
I'm really jealous of y'all's sunlight that you got going on there. It's fucking miserably cold here.
We're it's slowing down. I've been noticing Taylor's go away.
Yeah, I'm not in such harsh shadows anymore. There's like a certain film genre where they have blinds in the movies. I forget what it's called. Oh, film noir. I was like in a film noir set.
Oh, you did have it earlier with the certain
Yeah.
lines. Like
Mhm.
it looks
That's
sick, actually.
Yeah, I'm very artsy.
I heard that about you, that you're an artsy boy.
It's kind of a fugazi, but whatever.
Where were you guys at just the other day with Visugi was on drums, I think? You
Oh,
were at
yeah,
a studio?
Yeah, we were working at that's BJ Bernhardt's studio.
Cool.
So we were shooting. He's starting another like media blade thing, and they had the Skookum Brothers in
bless you.
there. And that's like
Is that-
Shima. That's Shima's band with
God
Brendan
bless
Tids and Sean Salazar,
Sick.
Patricio.
They played
That's-
powwow, right?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So we're gonna do.
We were there
we're gonna have a
together.
segment. Yeah, dude. That was
Wasted.
that was such a crazy event. The media blackout.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. The whole
How was that for-
weekend was
How's that for you, Joey?
Annoying.
It was fun for us because we were there.
Fuck you.
I think I definitely got COVID after that trip.
Really?
No shit.
And I won't blame it on the contest because my flight home was through Miami. And as soon as I get on the plane, it's like all 55 and older people. And all I can hear is all of them bitching that they all just got off of the cruise ships that were stuck in port for like 2 weeks because of COVID.
No shit.
And that was literally my whole entire flight home to Denver was all old folks that all got off cruise ships. So I definitely had to have gotten on the plane. Like I don't, maybe the contest, but
Well,
I
yeah,
guess never
traveling in
tested
general,
positive, but I was definitely sick after powwow last year.
Damn.
And that was the only time the whole year that I like really felt any sort of sickness.
Traveling in general just does horrible things to your immune system.
True. And it could have been just that, like I was just stressed, like that was literally the first weekend that everything was closing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the first shutdown weekend. It was definitely could have been that as well. But yeah, it was
Is
sick
there
as a dog.
gonna be a powwow this year?
No.
It's already April now too. That was March of last year.
Not sick.
I know. I just realized that like the other day. I was like, wait, no
It
powwow.
just-
It's fucking
it just-
April. Like I didn't realize it's already been a year of this shit.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that's the last one ever.
Was that 10?
Yeah, but that was already
10.
like a 5-year
10.
hiatus.
Oh, so you think it just couldn't happen?
You just do one and then now you're done. Damn it. That sucks because it's such a good contest. Or
Yeah,
just
they
the whole environment, like the whole weekend.
Do you think well, yeah, that park and like that environment is so sick.
Yeah.
But do you think it's possible to like recreate something along those lines? Like, where would you do something like that? Do you have any idea?
I mean, what you could probably do it here. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Where would you do it at?
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's like another place that like it's even possible.
Dallas or like Yeah, I guess
To
Dallas.
let people camp like that
It's
is
just
like the wildest part. I mean, I guess ramping camp is like the closest thing.
True.
yeah.
I know
It's
there's
just
like
different.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it's,
That whole thing down there is just different.
it is its own
feels
little.
like it feels like a music festival.
Yeah,
for
absolutely. It's
which is like the
own-
wildest thing ever.
That's funny. A little mini scale music festival.
It's like you
Yeah,
can
but it's-
feel the like less rules when you're in Florida. You just know it once you
True.
get there. You're like, there's less rules here. We're gonna do really weird things we don't usually do. I'm gonna
It's
take my
true.
shirt off
That's
now.
it's so true. Maybe you could only do it in Florida.
That's where I'm kind of out with it.
I mean,
I don't know,
I
maybe
support
we'll
it.
go to
I'd go
Nevada.
wherever it's at. I'd go.
Even the guy that ran the thing, he was like, all right, every other sporting event's shutting down, but where you guys are gonna run it, just media blackout. He had a meeting with the whole event.
Was. Didn't you film it? I know you tried to film a little bit of it,
I filmed some of it, but that
and then
the
you
dude from-
posted it, and then you got in trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. I forgot about that. They were calling me on the loudspeaker. Cause no, I filmed when they were rounding us up. I thought it was funny. So I was like,
It
oh,
was
this is
fucking
weird.
hilarious. It was insane.
They were like, everyone
Like
come
9
to the
in the
meeting.
morning,
Yeah. I was like, this is weird.
having
And-
a
oh, the-
meeting at a skate contest. Like, what is
They were
happening right now?
They were counting us.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I
it
was filming them count us because I was like, this is weird.
That's so funny.
And then they like called me on the loudspeaker. They're like, Taylor, Coburn, like you gotta come. You're fucking it up for all of us. I was like, well, what did I do?
Taylor was the first one to like post something on social media right as they say no social media.
Of course.
And then like, where's Taylor Coburn?
I was like, I posted it like minutes before you said don't post anymore. So I thought that was fine.
It was so funny.
Oh wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. That whole scenario. Did anyone end up filming the whole thing?
What do you mean?
Or with like the whole meeting? That would have been definitely something to save and like make a sick edit like a year later after the fact, you know?
You can check out that guy JP, Butter TV. He made a
Yeah.
really good.
Oh, he did, right?
Yeah, like you.
I think
see
I
the
saw
meeting
the
and
edit.
everything.
You
That's
should also
funny.
check out the Hit It Wet powwow edit as well if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it was good.
Narrated by the one and only Rory Milham.
I've definitely seen it.
It's great.
Rory
man.
the nut. We all had I lost $20 that night. We all had a bet. We were betting on the winners.
Who did you, oh yeah, I heard about this. Who did you have?
I had Suchiro.
Good bet.
I think, I ended up with Suchiro. Because I came in late. So Jim already took Montre, which definitely would have been my first guess because Montre wins every comp that he enters. If he wants it.
If you want it, yeah.
And I had already heard Rory said he watched Montre go up to his kid and he's like, you ready to watch daddy work? And then boom, that's when he just won the contest.
Dude, I was talking to some guys recently that were like hanging out near his family and like his hype crowd, and like he would do something huge, like he did the wall ride 540 out, and he like walked up to them. He's like, "Yeah, I did it." They were like, "Nah, go back in there, fucking shut this shit down." And like someone else would do something like, "See, like
sick.
you gotta shut him down, bro." He'd be like,
Montre's the best, dude. Number one pro rollerblader in our industry. Absolutely. Montre
ultimate
is
hype
just an all-around best dude.
for sure.
He's a very good advocate for rollerblading, like
Absolutely.
put in the limelight.
I think he's getting pretty big into the quad skating community now too.
Yeah.
So what's the leak on where's he going next?
In the quad community.
No,
Yeah, I think he's going to Moxie.
no more USD, so that's it.
No, he's going to Moxie.
No.
What?
Wait, you think? Wait, you turn your nose up at Moxie?
No,
You
but
talking
there's
shit,
got to be
bro?
something else. He's not just gonna go straight to quad skating.
Why not?
It
It's
would be
clearly a bigger industry.
It
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
You both are that.
They're making good money, seems like.
I
Why
don't
is
know
that
how
though?
the skaters do per se, but
The
the
male
industry.
rollerblader,
Oh,
roller skaters.
male quad skaters don't do very well.
That's got to be like being a male porn star.
Hell, I don't know.
I
That
hear they do fucking awesome.
the homie Travis Reynolds. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's from Houston, Texas as well. He's one of the big quad skaters.
Yeah.
He actually had to get an interview with Instagram. He got like featured on the actual Instagram's Instagram. Yeah.
Is he like a trick quad skater?
Yeah, like he does go around and skating all these handicap rails around Houston and doing all these crazy drop-ins.
Here's my question. Does he have a rollerblading background?
Yes.
Okay.
He would show up at our Humble skate park contest like 5 or 10 years older than us and then just wreck us. So it wasn't even cool, like we'd try to go into the pro or the expert division, and then it would be like him and another really good rollerblader and then us. And we were all just trying to compete with them, but he knew it was like easy money, so he would just come and win all these contests.
Fucking Travis.
Is Travis hitting the crab walk in the vert? As I thought you were gonna ask. Dude, if I quadded, that'd be like my ultimate goal. Just do crab walk in the vert.
How do you even do that? What do you mean that?
Have you seen clips of people doing that?
Like open book. It's like it's a way to carve. So it's basically like rather than it being like two skateboards this way, it's like one long like snake thing.
Like
sick. Dude,
like
you gotta
Biff?
see T Christ fucking do it. He's wild.
Does he do it on blades or on quads?
Quads.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's fucking
no,
rowdy on quads.
Oh, you've never seen like bowl footage of people doing like quads with the crab walk, like the open book?
Like their feet?
Yeah.
Yep. One is one way and the one is backwards?
Yeah, like
Yep.
like
okay, yeah, now I know what you're talking about. Yes.
That's like
the
the
bowls and shit.
First McTwist.
Yeah, the homie Raven Raleigh from Austin, Texas. His dad is a super sick quad skater shredder. His name's Biff Splat, I think his Instagram is.
Biff?
But
Biff Splat.
Yeah.
That's
Look him up.
It's your
Look
homie's
him up,
dad.
but he's so sick. He shreds down. He's one of the Austin locals. Yeah, ask any of the Austin dudes; they'll tell you about him.
Dude,
He'll go to House
Biff
Park
Splat.
and and that's all he skates is the crab walk like that, the open book. And I've never seen anyone shred like him that way. It's so crazy.
Check that out.
Yeah.
The carve on it is so wild, like what you can do
Yeah, like on a
because
big
it's like
bowl.
it's dependent on like your hips opening rather than like your ability to lean. It's pretty interesting.
I never thought about that. Yeah, you could easily just swoop around on
You
the
can
carve.
you can tighten it or open it in like whatever amount you want. And like the quad skates alone, like they want to make circle. So like
Didn't think about that. Yeah, it's sick. Should start skating like
Shout
that on
out
inline
Biff.
skates.
Yeah, Biff Splat.
Shout out Biff, dude. Check him out.
I seen some kid that would fucking do like misty flips and land in them, and it looked like it hurt so bad.
You want to like land in the crab?
And the crab on inline skates.
Yeah, that does look like it would hurt.
fucking
Or sound like it would hurt.
Yeah, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Who are we to hold them back?
I mean, just for your own personal health,
True.
man. Landing like that's gotta hurt. You're gonna hurt yourself, man.
Maybe they're flexible. Who knows?
True.
Land in the splits if they can. Let's see my doggy.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Sadie girl?
She is.
Oh, she's beautiful. What a cool face.
Yeah, she's so sweet too.
Yeah, look at her. She's
Say
so
hi.
nice.
Right.
Oh,
She's a good girl.
She's tired.
damn, she has like perfect size. You said like 40 pounds?
Yeah, she's like 43, 44 pounds. Just haven't weighed her in a while. She's kind of filled in a bit. Oh, sorry.
I'm hoping Sugar doesn't get too much bigger than
Oh,
that.
how's your dog?
She's good.
I totally forgot. You were saying you got a dog as well.
Yeah.
Come on, say
Hell, puppy. And yeah, she's a terror. But she's sleeping right now. She hasn't been crying or anything, so that's all right.
come on. Let's say if she's not sleeping, you're gonna show me. I haven't seen her yet.
All right, let me go grab her.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it was gonna be this dark.
Nah, it's all right. It's always so funny to think about people listening to these episodes because most of them are just like our friends, like you were saying.
Yeah, true. Mine's gonna be trash. I'm sorry for
No, it's like
anyone
house party.
listening.
No,
It is like house party.
This Sugar.
Oh,
sugary.
look at her.
Ooh, good morning.
She's tired as hell.
That's awesome. How she's a puppy too, right?
Yeah, she's like about to be like 4 months. So she's like 15, 16 weeks, something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How's it been? Good.
You
her?
all hear that?
She's pretty
Yeah.
verbal, huh?
Yeah. I mean, when she like wakes up, she like yawns and shit. But for the most part, she's pretty quiet as far as like barking at people or like at things. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty good.
And you have a dog too, right?
Fucking,
Yeah. Little honey, my girlfriend got a dog. It's like our dog.
Nice. What were you saying, Joe?
they're these puppies are fucking Jordan Williams's like
That's what you're
dog.
saying.
Yeah, it's just
Sick.
pretty hilarious. I know.
What kind of dog again? Some pit bull
She's
in
like
there, right?
she's like a pit mix. Yeah, like a rot mutt.
Is there
Thanks.
anything that you'd like to impart to the rest of the skating community that's in attendance here in this episode? We've been doing this for just a little over 2 hours.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, that flew by.
Yeah, it's always easy.
Keep skating. No, I don't know. I'm trying to keep skating myself.
It's funny. That's like not the opposite message from the last episode, but like it's more of a call to action.
Yeah. It was Julian.
The IPAs are kind of kicking in, so I apologize.
No, it's good. It's a good message. Keep skating.
Yeah, I like that one. Keep skating.
Just do you. I don't know. I'm doing me. You do you. That's how we all do, right?
Exactly.
Well, we love you, buddy. Thanks for doing
Great
this
talking to
with
you,
us.
boys. Y'all gonna go skate now, huh?
I am.
Love you.
I'm fucking jealous.
Yeah. I think I'm going skating too. Monday night skate, baby.
Bye-bye,
Enjoy.
everyone.
Great talking to you, boys. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for
Love
listening.
ya.
Peace.